Hello, I am Quinny. Welcome to the channel, guys. In this video today, it is that time again. The most common question I get in my DMs from people who are starting out in Sorare for the very first time is, if you started Sorare today, Quinny, if you started playing it today with all the shortcuts and all the sneaky hints and tips that you've picked up along the way, what divisions would you go for? What players would you buy? And where do you think is the quickest route to success on Sorare today as we find it? So every kind of 4 to 6 weeks, I love to answer that question in a video. I love to take myself into those shoes of thinking, if I was a brand new user starting my account today, what prize pools would I target? What profile of players would I be looking to pick up? And what are all the little shortcuts that are available that can really help accelerate a brand new account into one that's up and running and actually competing on the leaderboards on a weekly basis? So in this video today, I'll be giving my top 3 tips that go in line with that. If you're new to Sorare and you haven't even opened your account yet, every week I make strategy videos as well as do live streams and answer Q&As on live chats about Sorare and just live football in general. Sorare themselves absolutely love the content here on the channel, and they give me a special link. That link is in the description of this video. If you click that link and open up your account directly, once you've bought 5 from the market, you'll get a card for free. The cards you need to buy, they can cost £1, they could cost £100, it really doesn't matter. And the cards you get, you can sell it, you can keep it, you can do absolutely anything you want with it. It's the best way to sign up. It's the way everyone signs up. And if you open a Sorare account without hitting that link, you're 1 card worse off than everyone else. And if you've been playing the game for about a month or 2, maybe even up to month 3 or 4, there's lots of great information in this video that will really help you kind of get your club on the right track as we move into this vital period with the upcoming international break. There's so much opportunity to be had, and I had so much fun recording this video with all the new users in mind. At any point in the video today, if you do laugh, you learn, you like something or whatever, please do like and subscribe, share, retweet, all that good stuff, guys. Stay out of trouble and let's get stuck into it. Now, if I started today, the very first thing I'd be doing is look to maximize all the free items that are available. When you open up your account, you'll get between 10 and 15 common cards for free. These cards are not NFTs, you can't sell them or trade them or do anything, but what they do give you access to is all the beginner modes in the game. All the beginner modes are called Academy, and they range up from novice, intermediate, proficient, and advanced. Each one of these divisions need all common cards, and as you go through the layers, you're allowed to use 1 limited, 2 limited, 3 limited, etc. You will get guaranteed prizes and rewards. So by the time you've moved through the Academy division, you will have won 4 limited cards. By hitting that link in the description of the video, and once you've bought 5 from the market, you'll have an additional 5th limited for free. And very, very quickly, at a very nominal price point, you'll be able to build a gallery that can compete in the casual division, which is all common based, which pays out top 100 spots every game week with limited cards as well. So having a big, powerful collection of commons can actually help you win real limited cards from the free-to-play angle that Sorare are really promoting. So any new user coming on, I highly recommend that you stay focused in the free-to-play model that Sorare have laid out for us, because that is something they're putting a lot of time and energy into, and subsequently being able to take advantage of any cool tournaments or new iterations that happen there. As a new user, you will stand to benefit from that more than I will. Now, there's another division called Kickoff Limited, okay? Now, as long as you hold less than 10 limited NFT cards, okay? Now, we've just explained you can get about 5 of them for nothing if you play your cards right and you go through the Academy divisions correctly and all that kind of stuff. But as long as you hold no more than 10, you can also play in the limited kickoff, which is for 2 limited cards can enter this along with your commons. And on the prize pool, the top 100 again win limited cards. So even having a very small gallery, a very cheap gallery, a very modest gallery that's well researched, and you know the cards that you've got, you know their profile, and you know when they're going to play, and you know the upside that they offer, you can actually get really engaged at a very small price point, which has not really ever been that possible on Sorare before. Now, I recommend this no matter what your actual budget for buying cards is. Even if you plan on coming in and buying rares and super rares and spending all sorts of crazy money, you should always focus in on this part of the game for the first couple of weeks to at least cut your teeth and find your way around how to operate the site, as well as all the details of the scoring matrix and what it actually takes to produce a winning team. Now, the second thing I would be definitely doing if I started today is I would be getting myself a talismanic player as soon as possible. If it's limited, I'm playing that. If it's rare, super rare, whatever your budget is, whatever I imagine I'm going to be playing at, you will need a guy that is a talismanic figure, who is a big power player. Someday the scoring matrix goes from 0 to 100, right? And you need somebody that can break over 80. You need somebody that can get a couple of goals a game, or can get an assist on a goal, or really can run the game so well with tackles and generic assists and stuff. They're so key for their team that they can break that kind of score. It's very overlooked, because when we do start, particularly with the first bit of advice I've got in this video, we do look for bargains. We do look for guys that are out of form, out of favour, maybe guys returning from injury, that kind of thing. But sometimes it can be left too long that you get yourself in a real talismanic player, because once you're if, buts, and maybes players, when they come in, you need someone who is reliable, who can activate that to be a winning team, a winning score. There's nothing worse than when you've got one or two guys actually pop off and have one of the best games they're going to have all season, but you're missing a captain, you're missing a real big power player that can put the whole team over the top and get you into the prizes. So it's very much overlooked. You don't need to spend the earth. You can find really good talismanic players all across world football and lots of different profiles. But it's one of the first things I would want to buy myself, is somebody that I can put my name against, put my Sorare club against, and say, this is my guy, this is my captain, this is my talisman, who's going to lead my club into its first season on Sorare. Now, these cards should be fun. It should be somebody that you have some sort of attachment or affiliation to, because it is fantasy sport at the end of the day, and as much as it's all about the numbers and winning and getting on prize pools and all that fun stuff, the actual football part, the actual players on the pitch, there should be players that you're really strongly attached to, inside out, and you've got all the faith in the world in, because these cards are NFTs. They're actual football card, the same way you would buy a signed card or something like that. So having a guy like that in your club, I just think it enhances your experience overall, and I think you can make better decisions on selecting players like that in your team when you know a wee bit more about them, and you've got a wee bit better of a taste of what's going on in their current situation at their club. And in my experience, the more fun you have playing Sorare, probably the better you're doing, So fun and winning, in my experience, tend to go quite closely hand in hand. And then once you've got through all the stuff that we've been speaking about in the video today, you've ran through, got as many free cards as possible, got yourself set up, got yourself a talismanic player. Again, whether it be the scarcity above the one that you're maybe initially knocking around in, or the one that you're currently operating in, buying backup goalkeepers is one of these things that so many new users come to me and say, I'm so glad I bought that guy who was benched, but I had a feeling he was going to come back in, or this guy used to be a number one goalkeeper at a club and he's been on the bench for the last 2 seasons, and the rumour is he might transfer in January. When those ones pay off, it's such a huge level up for your club. Having a playing goalkeeper come out of thin air, in essence, whether you're unlimited or a rare player, because having the goalkeeper that will play, regardless of the situation that they're in and how good they actually score, it just gives you so much more variety on what competitions you can play. And even if you want to delve back into the market, having a backup goalkeeper is much cheaper than an actual playing goalkeeper. So even if you weren't even interested in that guy necessarily, that might be a trading opportunity that you're activating to maybe help you get your talismanic player in, or whatever else, depending on the objectives and the strategy that you've set out for your club. But backup goalkeepers, along with injured players and that sort of thing, is such a safe trading strategy. And because goalkeepers are such a bottleneck for getting into the better competitions, it's just a strategy that I recommend anyone who's new can do, for no matter what your budget is, you will be able to find someone at somewhere that you could see ticking these boxes. And like I say, it is if and when, right? But when they do pay off, when they do get a chance to play in a team, they do become the number one again, that sort of thing. The enhancement on your Sorare club is massive. It really is, because goalkeepers are so expensive at all levels of the game. And I say, to get a goalkeeper in any fashion for below market price is always an easy win, and it really accelerates people's clubs on Sorare. Now, I've been playing this game for over 2 years, and between the 3 things that we've went through in the video today, I try and rinse and repeat and do that as often as I can, every kind of 3 or 4 months, because football, the Sorare market, so many things that are going on around this do go in sort of cycles that are showing themselves to be recurring, in terms of when seasons go off season, when seasons come back into action, when new cards come out. backup goalkeepers, injured players, like we've mentioned. So I always find it really enjoyable and really rewarding doing these videos again, because it actually helps me with my trading strategy, because you guys in the comment section as well are always fantastic with saying, if I started today, this is the player I'd pick up. He's limited, is only going for, you know, a nominal amount, or is rare, this or that kind of situation. If you are listening to this video and you've been on the platform for a little while and you're thinking of a player like that, then drop it in the comment section, because they help out so many new users. And like we all know, we've all been there when you opened up your Sorare account and you've been in your first, you know, like anyone watching this video, in your first kind of 4 to 6 months or something. Any little sneaky bit of info you can get ahead of the pack, ahead of the crowd, is always fun, and it always just helps get you up and running a lot quicker. And Sorare, as much as it's a competitive environment, it's a great community aspect as well, because everyone does root for each other, even when all these scores do kind of go against each other in some sense. And a big part of the game really just changes from me to being somebody who's new, is you're just carrying more relics into different cycles. You know, guys that I picked up, backup goalkeepers from a year ago, or, you know, that kind of thing. So these, you know, these top 3 pro tips, if you like, that are in this video today, are ones that I'm really passionate about. I hope you have a lot of success with. Let me know in the comment section, even yourself, anything you've managed to take from the video and help yourself get up and running with Sorare. I'd be very interested to hear and chat to you about that. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, retweet, all that good stuff. Stay out of trouble, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.